Hey, it's Andrea from Masterpiece Fitness Training, using my new GoPro here to demonstrate a whole bunch of triceps exercises. So you asked for it, here you go. All right, we got a cable system right here. A couple things you can do. You can stand in front of your cable with the anchor behind you, and you'll work your triceps this way. So triceps is the back of the arm. Anytime you're flexing and straightening flexing and extending, or bending and straightening the elbow, you are working your triceps muscles. All right, so I just got a cable right here. I can also do an alternate or a one-arm cable extension. So I got this, and this is kind of funky with this cable. It works better with a band, but you can work with two different handles. I can work an alternate arm with this. So it just changes a little bit, it integrates the body a little bit differently. I like it behind. I like the anchor behind, because I think it uses the abdominals a little bit more, like this one I showed you earlier. The other one is with the anchor in front of you, the one you see most of the time. So triceps extension this way. Got that glare in there from the mirror, don't I? All right, anyway, so triceps extension this way. I like to bend forward just a little bit because it gives me a little bit more range. And normally you have a rope. A rope is nice because you can get a little more extension out of that. And just be careful of that shoulder posture, so the shoulders stay back and down. Try not to get that hunchy position over here. So some cable works the same with a band. So if you had a band looped on something, you would do the same exact types of exercise with a band. Another piece of equipment you can use, of course, is a dumbbell. There are tons of other different types of things. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can use just about anything. But of course, this one that we see all the time, the one thing that I would advise with this is just be careful of that abdominal posture, that you're not sinking through the hips this way, or you're not standing in a anterior tilt that way. So just be nice and strong in your posture. So triceps extension that way. So another way to do it, you can grab either 2 or 1 dumbbell, and you've got one arm at a time, which of course half of that, so this is 10, the other one was 20. This is actually a little bit harder feeling, even though it's half the weight. So sometimes if you just half the weight, it's not like half the weight, you know what I'm saying? So that's another. You can work, if this is all you have at home, tons of ways you can do your triceps there. Again, like I said, it's the same as the cable. You just loop it over something, you do that stuff. You can also even just use this, like let's say you go for a walk and you want to burn some extra calories, triceps extension this way. So you're just bending and straightening the elbow here. So bending and straightening the elbow as you go here. I'm sorry, that glare, I don't know, hopefully you can see me. So keeping those shoulder blades back and down through here. All right, and it doesn't matter if you're going to pull this way or whatever you do. It's the line of pull, or there's no gravity involved. Whereas the weight, there's gravity involved, so it has to be this way. So with the band, it doesn't matter, just as long as you're bending and straightening that elbow. All right. Okay. Another way, of course, is push-ups, and push-ups is Andrea's favorite. So when you want to emphasize the triceps in your push-up, you're going to have your arms really close together, so pushing up this way. A very difficult exercise. A lot of people can't really do that until they've trained quite a bit, so you'll just modify it a little bit, getting on your knees or whatever you need. Another one that I see, usually a lot of times in a group exercise setting, it's kind of nice because most people can do something like this. So piking up, feet wide, and you'll kind of make a diamond shape with your fingers, and it kind of emphasizes the triceps there. Other ways that you can do it is some power exercise. This is not the normal place I would put this because I would feel safer with a bigger space. I'm just doing it for the video. So, and also I do this one. I usually use rings instead of my suspension system, but I just want to show you a little power exercise that I'll do. And these are kind of a little bit low, but it's a nice little power exercise. The triceps are pushing to get you up, and it's kind of mimicking getting over a wall. for an obstacle course race, and I'm an obstacle course racer, so I try to do whatever I can that'll train me for that. So if you think about mimicking for getting over the wall, and then your triceps are resisting elbow flexion. So that's part of their job too, is resist elbow flexion. Another power exercise you can do for your triceps is using the ball. Again, I'm flexing and extending my elbows, so I'm powering through it. So I'm going to do a power exercise, and it's really integrated. So if you're going to do like an arm routine, you might want to end up with a few slams like that, or a few exercises like that. Any other kind of things, you know, even heavy bag punching, that's a good triceps exercise. It's resisting elbow flexion, right? Because it's hitting the ball, the bag, right? So those are some good triceps exercises you can start with. If you want to work on your endurance, you're going to work kind of higher numbers. So of course the weights are not so heavy, and you'll work to almost fatigue, but not quite. So then we just move on to the next exercise, kind of working on your endurance. If you want to start building some size, some muscle, you put some weights on, and you get to where you can get to maybe 10, maybe even 12, that's a little, 10 to 12, 8 to 12 maybe, to fatigue. So almost can't even handle one more. And that's your muscle size building. And we can talk about some other types if you would like. You can always contact me at Masterpiece Fitness Training, masterpiecefitnesstraining.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like these exercises for your triceps.